Hey everyone, still catching up, but I got Ghost Panther, Infinity Warps, and remember how I said Stephen Strange and Soldier Supreme had it going on? This is the best one right here. I'm telling you, this is good enough to not be an Infinity Warp. Let's go! So I'm telling you guys right now to believe the hype that this is actually, I mean, if you just read this on its own, you picked up and read it, you'd be like, wow, this is actually a good book. The pace is fast because of the fact that it's an Infinity Warp and they're cramming it into 2 issues, but it's a good storyline, guys. And so where the story begins is you get these shots of Prince T'Challa and arguing with his father, and he gets to a point where he says something, does something, and is exiled for his insolence. And he travels to America. He finds other injustices. He finds a guy that takes him under his wing, and he becomes a stunt devil. He's becomes Johnny Blaze. And the reason they call him Johnny Blaze is because basically T'Challa, son of it doesn't sound good for the American crowd, so they just start calling him Johnny Blaze. Well, in typical Johnny Blaze fashion, he has a stunt go horribly wrong. He wrecks, he dies, and when he does, he is approached by Zarathos. And Zarathos explains herself that she is the half-sister of Bast, the Hunter of Souls, and the Queen of Vengeance. So she explains that his adopted father, basically there's a debt owed, because Jericho Simpson, he has invoked a favor to save the life of T'Challa. Your body's broken, but it's been healed, and your soul, it's drifting, but it's been returned to your body. And she could tell that he has a hunter's soul. And if I return you to life out of obligation, but I can also grant you powers greater than that of the Black Panther. He ends up saying no. Black Panther ends up saying no because he believes the price is too high. But as Zarathos leaves, she calls him the orphaned prince and says that T'Chaka was a great king. And as Johnny Blaze comes to life again, he realizes real quick that he has to get back home. When he gets home, he's shown the fight between a gorilla and a guy named Raven, and basically they call themselves the Freemen. And in their battle with T'Chaka, they were able to defeat him and kill him. And not only that, there was a big explosion, and so T'Challa's walking away. And he says he wants to go see the heads of his killers. And Shuri, mix of Shuri and Riri Williams, says, look, they haven't been found. And so T'Challa's ticked. He's like, why haven't you taken the heart-shaped herb and hunted him down? And she said, they blew it all up, man. That's what they destroyed in the attack. And he realizes that without the heart-shaped herb, there could be no new king or queen. And for the first time, there will be no Black Panther to guard Wakanda. And at this point, Zarathos pops into T'Challa's head and offers a condolence gift. She says, shall I allow you to smell out your father's killers to track them to their lair? And it's the Zarathos, T'Challa's like, hey, what would be the cost? And he says, Zarathos, nothing. This is just a gift. And Zarathos is basically like the drug dealer here. He's like, hey, come on, man, try a little bit. Try it just once. It's free. So T'Challa, he accepts, and he's on his way. He says, I need a motorcycle, and he's on his way to go and find his father's killers. So T'Challa rushes out. He rides on his bike, and the whole time he's got Zarathos in his head saying, look, I'd hate to waste your talent. You are a natural hunter. And he goes and he finds the two guys that killed his father, and one of them's M'Baku mixed with the Winter Soldier, I believe. White Wolf. And he's called M'Baku the White. So, you got him. They go to M'Baku the White comes at him. They go to fighting, doing it's a pretty good fight. They go back and forth. T'Challa doing his thing, and he's explaining how M'Baku is explaining how he's been fighting Martians since he was 8 years old. And T'Challa thinks he's doing pretty good. And he actually blows off one of M'Baku's arms, and then it doesn't stop him. He keeps coming, and it isn't till M'Baku grabs him, holds him up, is choking him out, and T'Challa finally has to say, "Hey, Zarathos, your offer," and he just says yes, and he is instantly transformed into the Ghost Panther. And when he's just standing over M'Baku and says, "The hunt is over. Your soul is forfeit." And he begins to eat or consume the soul of M'Baku the White. And when he does, he starts freaking out. And at this point, he's telling Zarathos, "No, I don't want to be a part of this. I will not eat the souls of men for you." And Zarathos is getting ticked off. He said, "What did you think I was asking you to do?" And Black Panther is explaining, "Look, I'm a hunter. I'm a line of hunters. But to eat a man's soul," and right before he could finish his sentence, he catches a spear right through the chest and hits the ground. And standing behind him is Eric Killraven. And that's where we end. So Killraven is a mix of Raven and Killmonger. I think it's Mystique, but I'm not positive. We'll have to check that out as we go further. But this was a good book. This was really good. Definitely a recommend. Definitely right now my favorite of all the Infinity Warps, including Soldier Supreme, including Iron Hammer, including the horrible weapon hacks. This was really good. I would recommend picking it up for sure. And get ready, because Ghost Panther 2 actually comes out today, and I'll be knocking that review out as soon as I get my hands on it and can get some time to review it. But guys, that's all I got. Thank you to a friend of mine who did my new intro. Tell me what you think. I really like it. But that's all I got, guys. Real Comic Stacks out.